Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to Bitch Sesh.
The Real Housewives Breakdown Show.
I'm Casey Wilson.
I'm Danielle Schneider.
What a night.
How's everybody doing? Yeah, that sounded tough. Rough stuff.
You know, it was so fun tonight. We watched a show with a lot of ladies,
Yes.
5 of us.
Yes.
Because one of my dearest friends of all time, Patricia Hernandez, who also delivered us Sonia Morgan's champagne from New York City.
Yes, she did at the live show. I remember.
Yeah.
She went down the heat of summer, which in New York is disgusting.
With a newborn.
Delivered it through the seedy, disgusting summer of New York to us in Los Angeles.
And now she's in Los Angeles staying with me, with her daughter, who is so
cute.
Insane. And our kids are similar in age, 1.5, and we've been witnessing them give each other hugs, and my head has exploded off its body.
Is it so cute? Are they super into it?
They really are, although Patricia said my son is the Donald Trump of this house. Because now he's trying to get gropes. I can tell. He's just trying to put a hand on her back and get at her when he can. And it's so embarrassing to watch.
What's her reaction when that happens?
She's like, buddy, not now. That was cute when we did that.
But I'm done. I'm over.
So we watched a show with Patricia, with April, with our lovely guest who we will introduce. It was so fun, but we were all in just surly moods.
Yeah, when we started, we were hating on everybody on
And
OC.
by everyone, I mean mainly me. But
Yeah,
I was I hate her and I hate her.
Yeah, you were really going hard into Heather in a way that she's hard to deal with, and you really went in
And I took her on.
Yeah, you did, and
I'll be
don't know
taking
that
her
you
on
won.
Oh, no,
she lost that battle.
She clobbered me and smothered me in leather.
She sure did. It's an unbreathable fabric.
Yeah. Gosh, we're going to get right into the show, into the Housewives.
Yes.
Although first, a couple amazing things have happened.
Yes.
One is that a guest and dear friend of the show, Robin Shore,
who you all remember introduced us to Bethany's Boo Boo banana bread, which the only dessert I can make.
Staple in this house.
Yeah.
Robin emailed us, and it was so funny. She took a snap of Bumble. She's on a dating site, Bumble. And by the way, she's a gorgeous gal.
If anybody's interested, available, knows the guy.
If you want someone smart, funny, and gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah, that's on you.
Yeah.
She ran into one Paul Nassif.
She said, guys, she showed us his picture in a casual lean as he was just presenting himself for any lady that was interested. And she's like, this is what my life is now.
And he had some horrible tagline not only am I a doctor, I also play one on TV.
Yeah, something that was written for him, I believe.
And I don't know why I'm even hating on it, because as I'm taking a step back, it's his wife divorced him, and I guess he wants love,
No, I mean, we all do, but we all know who he is.
Yeah.
I just want to say,
in
girls,
conclusion, Robin, set up a date.
In conclusion, Robin, I think you found your guy.
There's the one. Oh my gosh.
I'll see you at the wedding.
I would love that.
No, only for me. I don't know if it's good for her, but for me, I would enjoy, just to get deeper into his life and maybe visit that house with a basketball court. I'm interested. Selfishly.
In other news, Danielle, sometimes there's a production that will come along, a piece of theater.
Yeah, that you're I rush out, see.
I remember,
gotta get me some tickets.
For instance, when I was in college, Iceman Cometh came to Broadway, and it was a must-see.
And for me, I was I rushed out to wait in line to see Rent.
Yes.
Sometimes there is a production. And Casey, you pretended to be a journalist to get into Rent.
I certainly did. And I remember, standing in the back for Death of a Salesman. There are productions that change us.
Yes. And there is one coming to, no, not Broadway. No, not off-Broadway. No, not
Branson?
Yeah, no,
Missouri?
not even.
Okay.
You wish. It is coming to Texas.
Okay.
And what that is the vagina monologues. But not just any vagina monologues.
Whose vaginas are flapping?
Here's the vaginas flapping at you, if you so desire, you Texas folks, are Miss Brandy Glanville and Miss Kristen Takeman. Pop of color Takeman. And now this to me was the most shocking, because this person has nothing to gain and everything to lose. And I will say Miss Carol Radziwill.
Wow.
Of the Quiet Radziwills.
Yeah, speaking of Radziwills, Lee Radziwill tweeted about OC.
What?
Or Beverly Hills. I'm blanking because I'm so tired today, but she tweeted about the Housewives, and it was like something that anyone on our Facebook group would tweet. It was basically like, shut it, girls. What? Or like something
She
so...
is a glamorous princess.
I know. It was something so base, and I can only imagine, I guess Carol got her into it, but she's like got skin in the game now.
I am
And it was
thrilled.
basically like hashtag like OCOG. It was really weird, and I loved it.
I feel validated. I feel like,
The mighty, and they have not fallen.
Well,
they've risen
They've
higher.
fallen, and in their falling, they raise us up. You know how like I'm going to use a sports analogy, so everybody chill, and I probably might get it wrong.
Okay.
But you know how if like a football team is number 1 and another football team is number like 20, and then randomly the football team that's number 20 beats the football team that's number 1.
It's an
So you
upset.
bring number 1 down, and number 20 goes up. So we're 20, and and Lee Radziwill's number 1, but when she goes down, it brings us up.
Right. And now
Yes?
she...
Does
but
everyone
now,
understand
yes,
that?
that's great. And now she's down and we're up?
Yes. Not that we're higher than her. We're still not. Oh, no. We're
no,
base
no,
still.
no.
But, it brings us up to her a little bit. We're a little more evenly matched.
I feel lifted.
Me too. So anyway.
Wow.
Sports analogy aside, guys.
So I feel like, yes, Danielle and I are coming to San Diego and San Francisco, but I honestly think reroute yourself. Yeah. Go to Texas.
Don't see us. If you have money in the bank and you were going to spend it on us, forget it. Go to Texas.
What
it's
a
part
production.
of the Mariska Hargitay's Joyful Foundation. I guess it goes to charity, so that's good.
That part I like.
But yeah, this is a real ragtag crew heading to Texas, of all places, to speak through their vaginas. So hop on that.
Well, insider news. Speaking of charities.
Speaking of charities.
It seems Vicky killed Kill All Cancer.
Shockingly, we all thought that Kill All Cancer was a name like Kill All Cancer. How can you go wrong?
This was going to be like Lance, and we were going to have a bracelets, and
Someone did buy a bracelet. Someone on the Facebook page bought a bracelet
for
Kill All Cancer.
oh wow,
Yeah, they were I can't resist a free bracelet.
so they made it to bracelet stage.
They made it to bracelet stage.
My God, she's a monster.
And then they shut it down.
It's so disgusting. First of all, I just bristle as I've been sitting with it at the name Kill All Cancer. It's so like, we don't need kill in there.
No.
Okay, fine. Okay, you want to do a cancer to like get you people to like you. Okay, at least again, it's for cancer. But then when I see one line statement, I'm sure on the Daily Mail, that said Vicky Gumbelson shuts down Kill All Cancer due to naysayers. Naysayers keep you from killing cancer? Naysayers?
Shame on you, Vicky Gumbelson.
What about cancer? I sound like Shannon. Like, naysayers, Vicky!
You're taking off your sweater. You're that hot.
Flustered.
Yeah. Wow, you need to cool
I'm sorry.
down.
Like, what is wrong with her? She must have known how that would just even look if that's all she cared about.
She doesn't know how she looks to people. She never
Did she know how she looked in the Kill All Cancer commercial?
I think she thought she looked pretty damn good.
She did, actually.
I think she thought if licks could kill, they'd kill this cancer.
Good one, Dee.
Thanks, Case.
Okay, we're almost to our guest, but you did want to share a little update.
I know everyone's been following the trials and tribulations of myself and my spirited daughter. And guys, she's been doing
passionate.
Well. She has been doing so great. We even had like a school meeting.
If anyone, I'm sorry, just to stop. If anyone hasn't heard, your daughter, a 3-year-old, gorgeous, fun,
smart,
vivacious girl, was having
a hitting issue, as we'll call it. Hitting everyone.
And Danielle,
and pushing, and we made a chart.
Pushing too.
Yeah,
okay.
there was some pushing. As she told me a few weeks ago, I pushed him 3 times. Like she had
so
a number
honest.
Yeah, she comes clean immediately.
So you made a hitting chart, and I was seeing her getting some stars.
Yes, get a lot of stars and candles. Candles were a thing that we were kind of like stickers, candles that you actually had given us.
Oh, that's so great.
And we were putting them on the sticker chart. It said, "No hitting. Use our words." Not that she can read, so she doesn't know what it said, but we told her what the chart said.
It was so promising.
Very excited about it. We've been getting tons of stickers. She's been doing so good. I've been so proud of her. So this weekend, we took ourselves down to San Diego for a wedding and doing great, but she was out of sorts. We're in a hotel. We're in a Marriott, a Courtyard Marriott, and then it turns you around.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what's happening. And so we went one day to a beach And I saw a 2-year-old little boy, and I was like, all right, friends. Like, I don't know why I'm always trying to socialize her as if that's what she wants. And I will say she gave
Sounds
me
like she does not want.
she's very social, but sometimes she gives me a warning and I don't listen. So I said, Sydney, look, there's a little boy your age. And she says, I don't like boys. And I was like, and she's never said that before. Some of her best friends are boys. But I was like, yes, you do. Like, I don't know why I couldn't hear that. And so I was like, yes, you do. Some of your best friends are boys. And then she was like, and then she started to talk to him a little bit. And then she said to me again, I don't like boys, Mommy. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take you away. And then so she starts to walk away with me.
Not before.
And then she turns around in a sort of like Lauren Bacall-esque, like Sharon Stone diva. And she had a tiny rock in her hand. And she threw it at him. It hit him. No! Oh and it hit him in the eye.
No! Danielle.
Yeah, guys, and it was a very small rock. He didn't get hurt. He was more shocked.
I'm sure everyone was shocked on the beach.
Poor mother. Like, I was just like, are you, I went immediately to the little boy. Are you okay? Are you okay? He was fine. He was just shocked.
Yeah.
It didn't like get him in the eyeball or anything, but still.
He was fine.
He was fine. And then I ran away. You guys, we packed up so fast. All of our beach toys. We had been playing with rocks.
Okay.
Which again, these are my mistakes. Mistakes were made, guys. But I
Don't
trusted
blame
her.
yourself.
Blame my child?
I don't know who to blame. I don't think anyone's to blame right now.
And so we packed our bindles of beach toys up like so fast.
Was
and,
the
like,
mom nice or was she upset?
I think everyone was in shock. And I said, is she okay? And then I saw her like talking to the husband and sort of pointing at us. And I was like, let's go.
Gotta go. You're like, I have a podcast.
Yeah.
Bitch Sesh.
Check it out on iTunes. But we got out of there real quick. And
You're like, and in the time it took us to get to the stairs, Sydney had mauled everyone.
She did feel bad. She cried the entire way. And
she's
she
a doll.
knew she had done wrong, but it had just been so long. We had made such strides. And
you know what? I said it tonight when I saw Kelly Dodd lashing out. That's me.
yes,
It is. And so like when I hear about this rocks incident, I'm like, yep. I would love to throw in a million rocks at everyone today. Like, I get it. And I'm always the person that's like, but I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it when I threw the rock. I feel bad.
She did it. I don't think she knew what was going to happen. Of course, my husband felt terrible. He wasn't there. Like, he just knew the aftermath and told him what happened. And he was like, oh, that's awful. And he's like, she hit her. She hit him in the eye. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, that's really good aim.
Look, did that cross my mind? Yes.
Yeah. I was like, so we're getting into baseball.
We have to take silver linings. Silver linings.
But yeah, guys, so we're starting over. It feels like starting over, and that's okay.
I'm rooting for her.
Thank you. We all are.
I'm rooting for more candles and more stars.
Yeah, well, I think she's getting one today, so that's good. And she got one yesterday. So again, you stumble, you fall, you pick yourself back up, and probably hit another person on your way up.
Yeah. Wow, she's a little housewife in training.
Yes, she sure is.
Speaking of gorgeous housewives.
Yes, we have a great guest tonight.
Oh my gosh. We have such a funny guest. Okay, so Mary Sohn is a friend of mine who was on a pilot that we both shot for ABC, a failed pilot this year.
Very funny. I saw it.
Thanks, Danielle.
Thanks, Danielle.
Both of you were hilarious.
Mary was so funny in the pilot, and we got to know each other in Atlanta.
It's true. But I'm also a huge Bitch Sesh fan.
Wow.
So much so that I couldn't say it because I was so excited.
You were so excited. I get it.
It's true.
Now, Mary,
I remember both of you guys on Hot Wives.
Oh.
All me and my friends really enjoyed the show.
You guys are watching.
Mary's a comedian. She's a writer. She's hilarious. First of all, so funny.
What a friend.
You have your own Housewives podcast.
It's true. It's called Real Housewives Kiki Show.
I love this.
People can find that on iTunes?
It's true. Yes, they can.
And when I
check
asked
out.
Mary to do the show, because you're so funny, you're like, I have a Real Housewives podcast show. And you know what? As I said to you, we are here to make friends.
Yes.
And
We're not The Bachelor.
no, guys.
We're here to make friends.
There's as many podcasts as anyone wants to
We
make.
might talk about you behind your back, but we'll still talk nice to your face.
Yeah, and we'll ask that
that's
no
all
one
I'm asking for.
no one tag you or the other hosts. But
No, so everyone go listen to that.
yes, I'm very excited to listen to it too.
Wow.
So we have an authority, is what I'm trying
Yeah,
to
we're
say.
not talking to a nobody here.
Yeah, Mary,
someone-
welcome.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And she brought along, guys, something very exciting that we've been wanting to try for a very long time. Can you explain what you brought us?
I brought to you all the way from New Jersey, the Little Kernal.
Now, when you say from New Jersey, did you order this?
No, I went to Sprouts, but I went to Burbank. Guys, that's commitment.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
For this.
As someone that lives near Burbank, you did.
Also, I'm kind of impressed this is sold in Sprouts. Sprouts is like a wholesome kind of like.
Little Kernal is getting big. Like it's like I see it places. People are seeing it, and as is Blackwater. Shocking to everybody.
No.
Blackwater you can find at a Whole Foods. Someone found it in Europe. Oh, I don't know what's happening.
Okay, let's try some Little Kernal, and I gotta say the packaging's cute, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. People don't.
I don't
agree.
love the face.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
don't
why
love
is
the
so
face.
delirious.
She brought us through. Oh, you know what? It looks like
Let's open all of them up.
Okay.
Okay. My first thought, and this was genuinely just a first thought, is it's very little, but then I remembered.
I can't open.
I'm trying truffle sea salt.
Can I try some
That's the
truffle
Siggy
sea salt?
one.
Oh, they're tiny. Like when you put your hand in,
But that's what I'm saying.
you feel like you're gonna grasp popcorn. Your hand is ready to grasp a handful of popcorn, and you're not really grasping anything, which is not what I want, or maybe it's just not what I'm used to.
Like, as I said, I don't know if popcorn needed to be smaller, but it's weird. You're right. My hand, April just said simply no.
Patricia,
Harder to put in your mouth.
Harder to put in your mouth.
Patricia says awkward.
It is. It does taste good. It's a nice hint of flavor. Mary, what do you think?
I think it's okay. I'm too scared to try the truffle salt.
Oh, good.
It's all right. I'll try it.
The truffle's the best. I don't know about the kettle.
Let me
It's
try the
okay.
kettle. I'll try some kettle.
Okay, I'm going to try one more. What's this one now?
Truffle's okay.
White cheddar.
Now, Chris Larita is a kind man. Oh, I'm not into the kettle. Not into kettle.
Yeah.
Tell you what, the white cheddar has a pungent odor.
Oh, good. I like things that taste like socks.
Oh, you do?
I do. I
That's
like
good to know about yourself.
See, I wanted it to have more flavor.
Me too.
Are we doing a low fat, like a low calorie popcorn?
Is it low calorie?
Is that why it's so little?
I don't like it.
It has 150 calories.
I like the truffle salt.
I do too.
It's not bad, but it's not.
It's not bad, but it's not good.
It looks like, like when you're at the bottom of a popcorn bag and it's just like
Yes.
little kernels left. Sorry, guys. I told everyone right at the top. I'm tired, not in a good mood, and surly. And I apologize to everyone for this.
You don't have to apologize to us, just Chris Larita.
This is surly. I was watching a little promo for Manzo'd with Children. Have you seen this?
Just the idea of it makes me so mad.
It makes me so sick. No, I have never seen such people who they're not ready for prime time.
They're not.
No, they are supporting players in a lead player role. And as someone who is a supporting player, I know my place.
As someone who's been called the annoying girl next door, I know of which I speak.
As someone like myself who has been called 20th on the call list. Or not called at all, honestly. Know your place.
I mean, it's like, I don't need to watch you guys romping about.
Again, I don't like comedy reality shows.
You've always said that.
I don't enjoy it. And so a Manzo'd with Children, it's antics. And you know how I feel about antics.
But it's antics with non-comedians.
Yeah.
And not in the way that like the housewives end up being funny.
Yeah. It's trying to be funny. It's in that way where it's like they're trying to create sitcom situations.
Yep.
And they have just...
And this is, of course, all due to Greg Bennett.
Oh, Greg Bennett. No, he is above and beyond.
Yeah.
He rises above. We are never speaking of him except for in a wonderful way because I adore him. And
Me too.
as do we all. And he's a friend of the
so
show.
funny.
And he is one of the funniest people I've met. That said, Manzo with Children, I have issues.
I know.
Not a likable one in the bunch.
Is anyone
Maybe
watching?
the dad.
Oh, okay, the dad.
Albie,
Yeah.
Albert.
Although, wasn't he kind of found out as a cheater?
Yeah. I heard about that and I didn't.
I will say that in
Yeah.
a supporting position, I enjoyed Caroline. I enjoyed
Mary
Caroline
looks
on the
so
Housewives.
pained
Yeah,
to-
she do. You really gets hurting you to say these words.
It is because you know why? He sold me in that one trip that they went on where they were grooming the horse and like the horse had
What
to
a
trust you.
specific thing to...
That's why. That's when I fell in love with Albie. Number one.
Okay. And then you've fallen a bit.
Yeah, it's hard. Cheating's hard.
I know.
Such a
hard to
betrayal.
recover from. I mean, but again, David Bedore is recovering like crazy. like with flying colors. We're back on that horse real quick.
Mary, I know. I ask everyone this, but what's your favorite city? Why do you love The Housewives so much?
You know what? It's been kind of like, from listening to your guys' podcast, I think someone said this on your show, that it actually is shaping the way women's roles are being shown on TV in general.
That's Brian Safi. Let's give credit where
wow,
credit
what
is
a great
due.
guest.
Yeah.
What a great guest. And really smart, I think. It's showing, like, even though these women are not perfect, we're willing to watch. And not only are we willing to watch, we're fascinated by it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I also like to go after people's looks. I do. I'm extremely cruel, as you will hear on the podcast. But that being said, I know who I am.
Oh, I know who I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a breath of fresh.
Yes, you are.
You're a real breath of fresh right now.
Yeah, we're loving everything about you. And your honesty is, honestly, we're grateful for it.
Yeah, and I don't want you to hold back tonight.
No, please don't.
I never do.
Okay, because I'm in a mood where I'm ready.
Yeah, you in a messy mood.
Yeah,
You in a messy mood.
I am in a messy mood.
But guess what? Both of you look great.
Thanks, guys.
Everyone is looking cute as hell.
Mary. What did you think of OC tonight? Let's just get right in.
Let's get right in because
Or I guess we should take a break.
Oh, yeah, let's take a break.
We're back.
We're back, guys, and now we're into OC, and we're ready to rumble.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Well, it started out, and we had heard that it started out a little slow with Megan tapping people on the shoulder to find out if she's related to them in a country full of people. That was both boring and
offensive.
Yes.
Offensive to me as a viewer when you have the audacity, and I'm going to come out right away and say it, when you have the goddamn audacity not to roll the cameras at night, but we have to roll out film on this.
I know.
On you and Kelly Dodd on a street corner tapping undesirables.
2 nights in a row. 2 nights in a row. What did those cameramen do? Go to sleep? That is not their job. It is not their job to sleep.
I'm shocked. I'm like, when the action comes.
It comes at night when they're all wasted. So one night, they're all partying and friends, and Shannon and Vicky become best friends, and we have to hear about it in a phone conversation.
It really got to me.
Shameful. And then the second night, we put Heather Dubrow in charge of a camera. Where are the cameramen? Capture this.
It was shocking. It was truly shocking. And then we're understanding it in those weird like pops where they're trying to make it dramatic, and then we hear a producer. It's like, don't try to backtrack. You should have gotten this for us.
Yeah. I was upset.
The editing was nuanced. It was nice, I will say.
And that it didn't exist. Like it was.
Yeah, how do you think they came to that? They were like,
Was
look,
it an artistic choice?
we don't have the footage. We all know that. Let's just stop wishing we had it, okay?
Do we make them reenact it?
Yeah.
Choices be. There were like last minute.
I think it's
choices
because in
being made.
Europe, when you film there, you can only do 8 to 10 hour days. So I think the crews just shut down. But then to that, I say bravo, put them on planes.
And also, I have to say, are we citizens of Europe? No, we're not. Do we have to abide by their rules? We certainly don't.
Yeah.
You get your camera out and you work like a dog. That's the American way.
No, I don't need to see cows and the women in Ghostbusters outfits.
That was, and the way that Vicky woke up every morning, again,
Yes.
from nights we did not get to see.
She's like, whoa, last night was crazy. It's like, why didn't we get to be there?
What? We're watching the show. We have to watch you milk a cat. Like, I can't believe this is happening.
I have to watch Heather in another severe black look,
I have to
another
watch
severe
her
leather.
in half of a vest. Like, what are we doing here?
Mary, what do
That
you
was
make of
bad.
the outfits?
Oh, God. Well, first I have to say Kelly Dodd, if I have to see another in the whole Real House franchise, more Chanel necklaces or brooches, that's enough. The
hear
branding,
ya.
it's too much.
Yep.
Vicky, she's lit. This season, Vicky is extremely lit. She says she boot and rallied. This is a grown woman bragging about how she boot and rallied. That's... I like
This
it.
is this is an elderly woman. We have said this is an elder
This is a geriatric woman.
that has the energy and liver of a frat boy. It is amazing.
I'm exhausted right now. It is 9 p.m. and Vicky is going so strong and I love it.
Yeah, she is so much fun. Casey at one point just says, like, Vicky is woohooing on a bicycle that she cannot ride.
She can't ride a bike. She's dancing. She's giving us her all this season.
And Casey says, I just love her. You had a grin. It was the first smile we had seen from you all night.
Watching her delightfully try to wind her way on those bikes was so good.
You love her.
I do. I'm loving her this season.
I am too. Although every like confessional look, her lash is not properly lined up. It's just like folding up on the corners. And I'm like, I know that's not comfortable either.
Right. So why is she allowing it?
I don't know.
I would say that Vicky is never 100% comfortable. And so that's right as rain for her.
And how about the nipple placement? Like two wonky eyes.
It's so upsetting that she would just show her breasts to Terry. And I love Terry acting like, whoa, 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 whoa. I've never seen a pair of those before.
I'm like, you've never seen a pair of destroyed titties before. That's your job. It's called botched.
All you see is botched titties everywhere.
All day long.
Botched titties and clitties all over.
That should be the spin-off show.
Titty or
Botched
clitty
titties
that's
and
not
clitties.
torn to shreds that he had to try to piece back together.
Like a jigsaw fucking puzzle.
Surly mood.
Guys.
Mary, you had a comment about Kelly Dodd's beanie.
I mean, I thought I think you'll recall in the packing montage, she had like a turquoise sloppy beanie. And I thought, you know what? I'll give her a pass. That's one. But then lo and behold, she appears again with another sloppy beanie, this time striped. And,
you did. You almost like were jarred from your seat. You're like, another sloppy beanie?
It was like you were having a conversation with her.
Yeah, you would. And it was also like you would
And she had promised you she wouldn't.
It was like you had started the conversation last week and ended it this week. Is what happened.
It came full circle.
And what did you make of her lower top? Again, I would have liked to have seen more of that. What was she?
The croquet top?
Game.
Yeah, again, why are we just getting snippets?
Her breasts are the best.
I love
think they're
them.
very full.
Me too.
They're so full, but not too much.
I know. I think they're amazing.
natural, right? We've said
think
this
so.
before.
I think she looks amazing.
Me too. She looks great.
Yeah, I think she's pretty.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
But when the season first started, I was like, yay. I don't know what it was, but slowly each episode, I'm like, oh, she's beautiful.
I know. It's almost like as she becomes more grotesque, her beauty shines
It's like the
through.
opposite of the picture of Dorian Gray. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as he stays younger, like that picture of him in the closet, like gets like more grotesque.
Yes.
Because she's the picture in the closet.
Although
she's the. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think we'll figure that one out later. Table that one. No, I do hear what you're saying. I just think like Kelly, I felt bad for her this week. And I know she's insane. I know she's like.
I think she's a hurt person. I felt bad for her too. And I've started to feel, and those meanies.
Tequila game.
It's not just tequila. It's mean hearts. Shannon, how dare you?
Shannon, we've always held you up.
I know.
As Lady Obama said recently, when they go low, you go high.
Thank you. That was important.
And that is what Shannon needs to do at this moment.
I know. It was a shock. I tried to defend her at first because when she went off camera, I tried. It was like, and I always say this, jinx in the end when he's like in the bathroom, like, I killed those people. And they're like, you're on the mic, buddy. Spoiler alert. Oops.
If you haven't listened to that, that's on you. If you haven't seen the Jinx,
that's
it's
on you. But basically, like, when Shannon went off and asked them to make the drinks doubles, I did it because she made all of them doubles. It did cross my mind, like, I don't know, filming. Maybe sometimes they give them weak drinks at a restaurant and she wants to like correct that. But then I know, guys,
It felt as Vicky said later, it felt naked wasted. In fact, Patrizia and I said, this is naked wasted. And then 5 seconds later, Vicky said it. So just know we said it first.
Yeah. It was really appalling. And right from the start, when they were at Tamara's room and Sarah, Ryan's ex-fiance, which is the longest title anyone's been given.
As you mentioned, it runs off of the screen.
It was like Sarah, Ava's mom, who just walked today's Ryan's fiance's lip tattoo. Anyway, when she was calling, Heather brings over tequila. They were turned up to the heavens.
Something going on. And then we saw the results of what was going on.
Oh my God, it was the camera work too. First of all, we had Dubrov's cell phone. And don't you know, like, wouldn't you also be egged on even more knowing that Heather is the one taping? Oh, I'd be like, of course.
When you're in a sensitive moment and you see someone pull out a camera phone and start to tape you, you get what you deserve.
How dreadful.
And how dreadful. Honestly, that's what I hate most about Heather is that she can never let loose and have fun. She's always thinking about the show. She's like the school marm who's always like, if I hear her say when they gather in that lobby again, like, let's go, shall we, ladies? I'm like, I'm going to throw up. And then there she is with her camera because she's talking to teacher. She's a tattler.
And what's with that little purse of fireball she had, which I believe was Chanel?
Yes.
How dare she?
That was just her wanting to show off another expensive purse.
And especially when we saw her a couple of weeks ago drinking that shot like a true idiot. When she was like sipping the shot so tentatively.
Because she's like, I don't do shots. It's like, then get off the show. I'm sorry. Guys, another source has told me, and I cannot reveal my sources, that they're calling for her head this year.
Really?
She's making demands. Heather.
Of course she is. When is she not making demands?
But this year, it's crazy. She really thinks she's something.
Mrs. Guinea Pig.
Yeah.
I know, exactly. Anytime any of these women gets too big for their britches, they get shown the door real fast.
Yeah. What was up with her outfits on this trip?
Heather?
Yeah, the tiny vest and so severe.
Yeah. And there was just that all black with boots funeral look. That was a lot.
And I want to ask, I know she's married to a plastic surgeon. Is that, speaking of bows and bowgate in her life, is that bow in the top of her lips, is that real?
I guess we'd have to go to the source. And by the source,
I'm sure it is. And I know I'm just being nasty.
And find out if someone can find a picture of her earlier days. I believe it's her look. Okay. I don't think she would do anything that would take her too far from, you know what I mean? She's always just a touch. You know what I mean? She's definitely had stuff done, but you know her. She's always she doesn't want too much of anything.
Okay.
So that's my opinion, not a fact. Also, when Kelly had to go around with Megan asking people if they were O'Toole's,
so
that was the most boring thing. I mean, I honestly said at that moment I thought that Kelly would rather have been with the women being screamed at than having to
100%
around with that sad little.
And then she's touring a castle later and then doesn't come to dinner. What's going on with her?
Because
and we have found out that she is not coming back next year.
Yes.
Oh, is that Bravo's decision?
I don't know. It's still a rumor. It's not officially announced, but usually when they tell us something,
I feel like it was framed like she's declined to come back. It's like, sweetie.
Everyone's always declined to come back. Everyone's always like, for my family. I want to spend more time with my family.
What are your thoughts, Mary? Anything else? What else stuck out to you?
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. We're curious what you have to say. I
really loved that the farm guy was in a cool referee shirt. That was a cool sports shirt.
Speaking of that farm, when they fed them steak and Baileys, it was a real creepy combination.
And it was so weird. It was like, come milk our cows, and then I'm also going to serve you dinner. You said he was wearing many hats.
Yeah. Too many.
Too many.
And Shannon goes, I'm not a fan of 50% cream.
That's when she got me back a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, do we not love Shannon? Will I be on her side forever? Probably, yes. She's won me heart. I don't know what's happening. But I did feel like she showed a nasty side that I didn't appreciate.
It was
tonight.
so nasty. It wasn't just in the heat of the moment of fight. It was so dark.
It was premeditated.
Plotting like that. And Tamara was so in on it.
Oh my God. I know, but I really feel like this kind of poison has no boundaries. And I think you're kind of seeing it seep into all the other women, in that ghost hunters footage we see at the end of this episode, like everyone else starts to get in these insane fights, you know?
Yeah.
What was that footage? Is that because there were close-ups. I think that was just a camera person at 4 a.m. with no lights.
Like, again,
I feel like during the fight, Heather's texting, get a producer over here, because she's always, you know, trying to. And then some guy just like jumps in the van with them. They don't have lights, but they're mic'd. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's going to get real dark next week.
What Kelly yelled to Shannon about, oh my God.
As a woman who's probably heading there myself, who's probably heading to a chin full of hair, I have to say, that was tough.
Heather was right when she's like, you go too low. Like, that's Kelly's one problem. She just goes like through the floor.
Yeah.
And again, you guys know that I like to go after people's looks and people's children.
Yeah.
I feel like
We did not know that.
I actually didn't know
That's a
about
new wrinkle. I'd like to hear more on that.
mostly the Manzos.
Okay.
But,
You've been actually very polite.
Yeah.
well, I do feel like that chin comment, even me, who is so wicked, I was like, oh, because it hits close to home.
It is. It's
You know?
so nasty. And I think Kelly, something's not right with her. Genuinely.
She's a hurt person.
Yeah.
And I think that like she goes to low, places that you don't go, but people just don't go unless they just, I can't imagine knowing that there is a camera on me and people in front of me that I have to deal with on a daily basis and saying things that you can never take back like that. It's so short-sighted and crazy and doesn't help her.
And we were trying to piece put the pieces together of next week, what's going on, because I've always had major confusion as to who's yelling. My kids used to call you Aunt Vicky. Was it Tamara or Shannon? We rewound it. We all tried to memorize different things they were wearing, because again, it's hard.
Everyone's
to
like,
see.
you have eyes on Shannon, you have eyes on Vicky's, because in this dark, it's hard to tell.
I'm like, find out where they're sitting.
We were. It was like being in a wartime battle at night. Everyone was in a foxhole.
When we finally decided it was Tamara, right? Uh-huh. Was it Tamara?
Yes, it was Tamara that says my kids used to call her Vicky.
April just yells, that's the necklace, it's Tamara.
I know. We were looking for like breadcrumbs of like hints.
But I want to know what's getting us there. Like, it's the bottom's about to drop out. And I thought Heather yelling that she's trash. I was just like, not great looks on Heather.
No.
I did want to ask you if you thought, I mean, clearly everyone knows that it was just so vile for Kelly to say that about Tamara's daughter. But in the back of the bus, Heather says something like, right?
Yeah.
Yes. She's like, I feel sorry for, but like,
for her daughter.
Here's the thing. They all talk secrets in front of each other. Like, I can't imagine saying the things that they say about each other 2 feet away. It's like, even at dinner, like, and so there she is in the back of the bus being like, I feel sorry for her daughter. It's like, she's 2 seats in front of you on a quiet private van to the airport at 5 a.m. There's no way she's not hearing that.
Right.
That was so dark. And I did feel like, I'm not saying what Kelly said was right, but she did try to apologize. Like,
yes.
I felt like Tamara could have at least just been like, okay, and then like, let's move on. And I get, if someone said that to me, I don't think I could move on, but I don't know.
Yeah. But Kelly, I don't understand why she can't just go, okay, you know what? This show is too much for me.
Wow, you know what? It just occurred to me. I feel like Megan was like, I'll do all these trips, but I'm not going to drink. I'm not even going to be anywhere where they're drinking or something like annoying. And so then they were just ferrying them off one by one to do scenes with her. And like Tamara got stuck on like Ireland Day or Museum
Castle Day.
Yeah. Where we were saying like Kelly was good, or Megan was going to walk around and just like tap statues and be like, are you an O'Toole? She is just...
Yeah.
But you're right. Heather basically said a similar thing.
Feels just kind of coded. I will say, I was like, they did the recaps of last episode, and Tamara is wearing that green shirt, like tied up with a white jean. If I had a different body, I would wear that every day. I love that look.
Really? You like a tide?
Not a tide, just like the combo of what she had.
Mm-hmm. Now, would you have worn Tamara's outfit in the bodybuilding competition?
Yes, you could say yes. I think we
and
all
look,
should say
I
yes.
support I try my best to celebrate my curves, with the best of them. But when they pan from off Tamara into Eddie, like taking those photos, and then like, was that Terry there too?
And David Bador. It seemed like Bador was there cheering her.
It's just like, what's happening?
It's a strange world.
And God bless again.
I thought we saw a different part of the body tonight on Tamara, which was elbows. These women like a hole, an interesting hole on their outfits. Usually it's shoulders, but tonight we saw elbows.
And we saw clavicle where she looked like she'd been shot in that shoulder twice on that one like bullet. It was like a bullet. Kind of
choices. There's choices that are made, and we get to view them.
And now you mentioned Shannon was in a sweater, kind of a.
Oh, it was just a sad look. And I'm all for comfort.
Farm.
Yeah, she was wearing that kind of stretched out Morona, longer. It just was like a longer blousey V-neck sweater in a beige, which is not easy without a bold lip.
Thank you.
It's a hot tip.
No, that is a hot tip.
It's very hot, that tip.
Yeah, from Hot Tips with Mary. Mary Sohn.
Oh, yeah. And then there was another interesting look, which was Megan. Megan's name does not stay. Like when I see her face, I don't see Megan.
What do you see? Nothing?
I see a void. I'm serious. I want to say Kelly for both of them.
Yeah, I hear that.
Megan, when she was wearing that khaki bomber jacket and those like hypercolor shades.
Yeah.
Ooh. I feel like no one was like hitting their Ireland looks out of the park.
No, they weren't. There was a lot going on.
Although I liked Vicky's jacket when she was biking.
With a Shetland.
Yeah.
You did mention that at the time. You're like, ooh, I like Vicky's jacket.
Guys, I'm on a Vicky high.
You were surly except for Vicky, who was like a bright spot for you this week.
Wasn't she for everyone?
She was.
Guys, I mean, we got to move on to New Jersey, but there was an amazing, speaking of flashback to Brooks.
Brooks, guys, we forget that he was this gift to us, that we had like a moment in time, like lightning in a bottle, never to be recaptured. They flash back to what was a conversation where everyone was like, what's your favorite part of Vicky? And everyone, as Casey said, expected him to say like her sparkling personality, her loving ways. And he, of course, said, oh, definitely her vagina.
To a dinner table full. He said, oh, definitely her vagina. Such a shock.
And it played so well. Like,
and that's the best thing about Brooks is that so many comments like that happened that one didn't even like stay with me. I just brushed that one off and moved along. At the time I was like, because
he was an enigma, like it trapped in a riddle in cash.
Yes.
I never knew how much I'd miss him.
I do miss him. Is he a bad person? Of course.
Yes.
Did he have cancer? Of course not. But do we miss him? Yes.
I mean, so much so that we all shrieked when we heard him say vagina for the millionth time. We know that clip is coming, and yet it was thrilling.
It was a thrill.
I haven't laughed like that.
Wow. Wow. Well, let's take a little break and come back for New Jersey.
Yes. And we're back onto Jersey.
Mary, what do you think of Jersey? What do you got? Tell us everything.
Oh my God. Between the Holocaust review,
which I could have listened to all day, P.S.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them. I was like, this is great. And maybe just really heavy, though, with Joe's departure.
Yeah.
Very tough.
It was a heavy app.
It was a heavy app.
Yeah.
I mean, when you put Joe's departure, I never even think of that pairing, Joe's departure and the Holocaust.
Now, do you think, and I'll pose this question to you, Danielle.
Is it Jewish in nature?
Well, when your ancestors were fleeing or being persecuted, do you think they would have liked knowing that their story would be told on The Real Housewives of New Jersey? Is it one of those things like just get the story out there, however you can?
I do think it's like with my people, we want it out there. Never forget.
Never forget, no matter where.
It doesn't have to be painted pretty. It can just be in, any old thing. And I would say like the New Jersey Housewives is an outlet that we're willing to use anything to get to anything.
And I love Siggy's dad. I have such a soft spot for.
Me too, Softa.
Softa?
Or Softa.
Softa and Zaba?
Yeah, no, you're right. Zaba and Softa. And those, I believe, are Israeli words for grandpa.
Okay, because I thought his name was... Am I crazy? I thought his name was Mordecai. I swear. I remember Mordecai. Guys, I think his name is Mordecai.
It could be. I don't know.
I was like, Zopta. I swear. I think that's his name.
It could be. I really don't know.
Okay. I thought I was just saying a man's name. Okay. Let's continue. Wow. So we open up at Magnolia Cupcakes, an unexpected location.
Yeah.
To see the Giudice family.
Yeah, well, it was like we wanted to do something fun before Joe goes off, and that scene was so dark to me. It was so sad and
really sad.
He seemed drunk. And that's not even a personal slam. It just felt like facts.
I think he's decided long ago that these next few months I'm going to just be drunk.
Mary said that wasn't even a slam. That just felt like facts. It did feel like facts.
And then Teresa just being, look how good he is. He used to work with bricks or whatever.
She's like, lattice work.
I know.
Oh, and then when his daughter gave him the cupcake for his birthday that he would miss. That was poignant. He stared at that cupcake. Remember in Bridesmaids when Kristen Wiig is really lonely and she just bakes herself a cupcake? It's like this beautiful scene. It's such a touching moment. I was like, it was the same scene.
Yeah.
Joe just stared at that cupcake like his life was being ripped out. It was sad.
I know. And then Melania, like, she is such an old soul, and such like a character. She's like the Elaine Stritch of the group. You know what I mean? Like, she's kind of like I picture her with like a cigarette and a brandy. Just being like, what you gotta do? Kind of.
She's amazing.
I love her. And kind of trying to keep the mood light.
Yeah.
And I felt like she was so needed because everyone else felt like sad, and she is such a mood lifter. And I have misjudged her in a way that I am not proud of.
I as well.
And then I feel like they were like, it's just going to be a little party with friends and family. I wasn't personally expecting them to be riding bulls in what looked like an indoor mall.
Were they at like it was a location that was unexpected. I thought it was going to be
location.
I thought it was going to be at the house.
Yeah.
And to have it, at like a...
And then it was juxtaposed with this bowling night.
Oh, if there weren't enough reasons to just dislike Richie Wakili.
Oh, there's so many. His idea of getting into bed with Kathy, Rosie, and her new girlfriend,
Laura.
With his wife and her sister.
Yeah, I mean, there were so many, Rich is the worst.
And they're just, they've kind of brought them on to be like, to highlight the fact that they're not at this other party. And it was just such an awkward bowling sixsome. Oh, I don't think those six have hung out so many times. No. Does anyone else?
If
I don't feel like this is like old hat for them.
I feel like if the minute the cameras turn off, they're like, see ya.
You think so? I actually think that group does hang.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I think that they are kind of like Teresa's leftovers, so they bond together a little bit.
I think you're right, Mary. I do. I'm like, as she said, it made perfect sense.
Well, I'd also like you to think about something when you go to sleep tonight, as you rest your puppy dog eyes. Does Richie Wakili, does he or does he not look like a 1920s cartoon of an Asian man? The big glasses, the buck teeth, the kind of just have a think on it tonight.
Wow.
Not what I was expecting.
Not
what I was expecting.
Not what I was going to say or have ever thought or will I sleep?
I'm speechless, Mary, but okay.
I saw a flash of that when I watched him in those neon bowling lights. I was like, oh, that's a comparison.
Wow, Mary. You're giving us so many visuals.
so many visuals to take with us on my ride home tonight.
Another visual is Melissa in her envy hat when Joe was being taken to prison.
I knew everything Melissa was. If there's ever anything I'm unsure about, or if I don't know where she stands, or I don't know what she's after, to go to a place she knew paparazzi was going to be. She knew that she would have an audience at a very dark moment in family's life to wear that envy hat. How dare you? How dare you?
I mean, she did say to Derek, social media runs the world. She did. I mean, I love how she's like, basically, she knows as little about that stuff as me. She's like, we've got to get the information on the website and to the Instagrams. And it's like, I don't think anything's saving envy.
Especially not that move. Oh,
is Envy still with us?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Oh, okay.
so the online sales have picked up. Is what you're saying.
That unclear. Unclear.
It's like Derek is the social media god we're putting our faith in.
That guy.
Shut the lips. I need some respite. Shut the lips at some point. It's just like this.
Derek isn't. That's not my favorite pairing.
No.
Melissa and Derek.
No, he's sort of a Jonathan Shaban?
I don't know.
Shaban?
Chaboni.
I'm going to keep saying
You're
it.
saying Derek is a bit of a Jonathan.
Yeah, he's sort of a hanger-on that...
A Jonathan Chibane.
Yeah, that doesn't have anything to contribute. So they say it's social media, but I can't exactly tell what he does. Except for gain sort of fame and not fortune, but gain something from being around them. Like he smells of that.
To me, there is no sadder figure than Jonathan Chibane. And
I
more
sent you an article about him today.
upsetting. David, my husband, we send each other articles about Jonathan Chibane.
Is that how you say his last name?
He is the Chibane of my
There it is.
existence.
Oh, wow. Did you have that one to
No,
go?
I stumbled into it and it felt
And
so
it
good.
felt right. It felt
Locked
right.
and loaded.
I'm so sorry for my
Here's a quote that
behavior
I
tonight.
took from that article that I sent you today that I took it for my own self. I'm putting it up now, but I put it in my notebook, which is, he says, I have a very sensitive palate, so I taste food more than other people do.
It's so sad.
He tastes food more than us guys. He just tastes it more. Wow.
I feel like when Joe was driving off, they had this very poignant voiceover from him. Where was that filmed?
In a
Yeah.
booth.
To be from prison.
It was at the end of whatchamacallit, at the Shawshank Redemption when Morgan Freeman's like, Andy Dufresne came. Sort of like that end, when he meets him and on the beach in Ziwatane. Similar voiceover.
And in any movie or play or anything, they would have saved that going to prison as the final moment. On Housewives, it's just gotta go. That's the middle. We've got other things.
And it was weird too, because as it was kind of set up to be this poignant thing, it also reeked of that weird speech he gave at Melissa's on display party, where he was like, Melissa went up there, she did what she did a thing, and not many people that could do that, so there she goes, whatever. But don't you
That
think,
was an incredible impression.
Do you have anything else of Joe's that you could share?
shut up, I'm only gonna miss my kids.
Oh wait,
Wow, I didn't know Joe was here.
I have something that I'd like you to say, Joe, while you're here. This was a quote that killed me when he goes, she's like, when Teresa's like, in 16 years, I've never been away from you. And he just says, here, I want you to say this phrase.
This is worth it.
She goes, in 16 years, you've never been away from me. And he says to her,
You just were.
that was awful. She was trying to find this moment.
He was like, you just were.
I was like, your ass was locked up.
God, that was terrible.
Oh, and then when they were splitting the raspberry between them.
But also, I feel like this episode highlights now that they only care about Adriana.
she's really cute.
Yeah, the little one, yeah. In that kind of fire pit Merlot moment.
Yeah. Fire pit Merlot moment.
And bat him.
I just wrote, watching Joe and Teresa feed each other. Nope.
I feel like when, Joe left and then the kids were all piled in bed.
Oh, I cried. I cried watching that.
Patricia was bawling her eyes out next to me.
I
have a heart of
cried.
stone, but I did feel bad. I felt really sad when the little girl was crying in the window. Oh, that was horrible.
Anya.
Horrible.
That was-
But when they were all in bed, and I'm going to get flack for this, it was very sweet. They were all praying and saying, like, bring daddy back early. And it was like, this one's praying and that one's praying and this one's praying and Teresa's praying. And then it was like, Gabriella? Gabriella went and turned the light off. And Patricia said it was because Gabriella was basically like, he's not my dad. And we did have a laugh. Because if you watch that scene again,
this is my favorite emotion.
if you watch that scene again through that lens, it's like Gabriella's looking at them like, I guess we have to mourn the fact that your guy's dad is going to prison, but like, I don't know my dad. Like, it's so dark, and she's a sweet girl,
But what was it? Is it she feels too shy, or like she doesn't feel like doing that?
She's a dignified girl. It seems to me she's probably just like, I don't want to do this on camera.
Yeah.
I got very aware in that moment just of the production of it all. And I'm like, so are they going to bed? Does the cameraman like stay in? Does he pack up? Like, does he sneak out with the camera? Like, I just got very kind of like invested in how it all breaks down. Like, I don't know why.
Because it's in the bedroom.
Yeah, it's in the bedroom. It felt very personal. Their lights were being turned off. They're all in bed. Like, do they pull the cord? Like, how does it all? What are the logistics of that?
I don't know. I mean, the one moment that really did get me was when Melissa said Teresa texted her and said, love you. That got me.
I feel too mad about the hat. I feel too mad about the hat.
Okay.
Because I feel like, okay, so way to bring it on back to your text that you got because you're so special.
Guess I'm not seeing things right. 'Cause everything you say, I'm like, of course. What could I have been thinking?
I have one word for everybody. I just want to say that sums up this episode, I think.
Oh, no.
Ramadan. That was tough. And I am a person that mispronounces things. You can ask anyone that listens to the podcast. I'm constantly wrong. But that was a real doozy.
That was a tough one. I felt a tough moment was when we're, for whatever reason, exposed to like Jacqueline on the porch pouring chocolate sauce on dirty diapers to prepare her daughter. We never see that part, but I thought we were like pairing the scenes of like a father leaving his family for 3 years a little too close to just like a dirty diaper gag.
Yeah.
I was like, guys.
Yeah. And also, like, I can't get into Ashley in this whole like, I can't care.
I can't take it on.
No.
I will say
And I don't want to.
that with that scene between the two of them earlier in the scene where Ashley is mature enough, much more mature than her mom, to say, and you did it alone. I was like, oh, she gets it.
That was sweet.
I couldn't even process that moment. I was like, done.
Yeah, I have
yeah.
turned on
Next.
Jacqueline a bit. Although, look, if Jacqueline truly is like crazy or whatever, I have absolute sympathy for her. I think she's just gone a little cuckoo.
Mm-hmm. Also, why was that lawyer at the park? Do you remember that lawyer?
Oh, that lawyer is a character like Luann was in Real Housewives last season. He's everywhere.
I think Chaffin had said in the past that there's something like he's got a crush on Teresa. Something.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
And Dolores is slipping away from us. Like, Dolores showed up on the deck with Jacqueline, like Alicia Keys, going on national television without a stitch of makeup.
No makeup.
She's a pioneer. She led the way. I'm like, she looked great. She
did.
But I feel like she's just like, oh, this isn't working. Like, I'm not even going to get my makeup done. Like, they're going to cut me out.
She's like that picture at the end of Back to the Future where like Marty McFly is like slowly disappearing.
You have a lot of ideas
I
about
know.
different pictures that are disappearing and some are coming
I
and
know,
some are
guys.
going.
I'm all about analogies to other movies. This evening, got nothing original to say. Just
I love
analogies.
it. Mary, any other thoughts on Jersey?
You know, I think the highlight of this episode for me was watching her children, the neighbors' children, a community, raise Teresa up on a bull. That moment of seeing all those children rally around her and get her ass up on the bull so she could be with her man was really great. I loved that image.
Yeah,
Wow.
I thought it was like I liked it when they all kind of like piled on the ground of this
Yeah.
bullfighting ring and they were hugging. I thought that was sweet.
It was sweet. And when Joey Jr.
yes, was like kissing.
hugged Joe. That was
See ya,
really
Joe.
sweet.
See ya, Joe.
See you, Joe.
See ya, Joe.
See ya, Zia, Joe. Till next time. I didn't mean that in a bad way.
See you, Joe, indeed.
Yeah.
Wow. Any final thoughts? Mary, I mean, I need more from you. You're just making me laugh.
Yeah. And your Instagram, you want to tell us that again?
Yes,
Oh,
please.
sure. It's at Meryl Swan.
Hi, Meryl Swan. The fact that you said I was in a messy mood is just really lifted me out of the mood completely.
Well, I can't wait for Atlanta. I'm feeling really excited.
Me too. I'm feeling really excited. I feel like we need Atlanta.
Yes, I'm excited. I think it's in November, the first week in November, second
think
week
so,
in
yeah.
November.
November 6th.
I'd also like to remind our audience that we have some live shows coming up. So if you haven't gotten tickets yet, our tour shows, we have November 4th, Friday, November 4th in San Diego. And you can go and get tickets online.
Tickets are up. If you guys are in San Diego, it's going to be such a fun show. Please grab tickets.
Yeah, and then we have San Francisco on November 5th. So get tickets for that. And then we also have EW Pop Fest coming on Saturday the 29th. And then Now Hear This Festival on Sunday, October 30th.
And lastly, we have our holiday show, the Largo Holiday Show here in LA on November 30th. It's going to be quite a show.
Yeah, it's going to be very themed. So please come on down.
And of course, I believe this is sold out, but our Halloween show with Miss June Diane Raphael is on October 27th.
And come dressed as your favorite housewife or Bravo celebrity.
Well, what a night.
What a night.
Mary, any parting thoughts?
Fun. Thank you so much for having me here tonight. It was so fun.
Oh, and thank you for the little Kernal.
Yeah, kind of disappointing, but
It was, as promised, very
Oh, wait,
little.
guys, sorry. One question about the little Kernal. Is it supposed to be like the little Kernal, like he's a Kernal, Colone? Oh. Okay. And I just
And on
got
that note,
Good night, everyone.
good night.
Guys, this is Casey. I'm back. Just one more thing. It's very important. I looked it up, and Siggy's dad's name is Mordecai.
What's up? This is Hannibal Burris, and I got a new podcast coming out soon on the Earwolf Network. It's called Handsome Rambler. It's gonna be me talking about life on the road, sports, relationships, philosophy, books. Anything can happen on the Handsome Rambler. It's gonna be an extravaganza. Check it out, the Handsome Rambler. Coming soon on the Earwolf Network. You know what it is.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman and Chris Bannon. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.